Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. Hey, folks. I was talking with Pre-Med 1 there. Don't I look a bit like William Riker when he's having a bad day? You know, somewhere between season 3 and 4, where he grew the beard and shit. For those that don't know, Riker is second command of the Enterprise Next Generation, and he goes to the William Shatner School of Acting. He's a thespianist. Yeah. Anyway, so I watched that Melanie thing, and it's kind of neat. She has some interesting points. I didn't really know what I was going to get into, because I just saw like 15 minutes of it. And I was doing something else that was in the background, but I noticed that she was using some big words and kind of making some interesting claims, not all of which I agree with. But then I didn't really realize that she was like a super neocon. For those of you that don't know, conservatives, you know, in America are these really, really right-wing folks, and they share a certain constellation of views, just like the progressives, or you can call those people liberals, folks do. But what was really interesting, she was making the point that people sort of lock into these thought patterns that aren't rational, and they become sort of like spiritual, religious ideas, and then anyone that is not going to agree is sort of going to be an outcast, and that they're an outcast not based on any rationality or evidence, just because they disagree. They're just cast out necessarily. And she makes a lot of interesting points, and some of which I disagree with, and a bunch of which I do not. The thing is that what I found fascinating is that it turned out to be something very, very different than what I thought. At first, I was trying to get her point about, you know, where everybody is sort of locking into a particular ideology, and that they're not really aware of this. They just become part of this. It's kind of like a religious thing and all. But then I started to have a problem, because it was just so in lockstep with NEOCON, with neoconservatism, and I thought, wow, isn't this amazing that every single topic, everything she's talking about, just fits in lockstep with the NEOCON perspective. I mean, from global warming to religion to Israel to the war in Iraq to everything. Everything! It's like, what an amazing coincidence. There's nothing that she discovered that didn't fit in perfectly with a neoconservative ideology, and it seems sort of ironic, because here she was talking about people that kind of all join this group mentality, and from my perspective, since I don't share her views on many, many things, it was kind of humorous that she didn't, you know, at any point step in any different direction than that NEOCON thing. So I ended up watching it for a different reason. I watched the whole thing, an hour and a half. She talked for half an hour, the rest were questions. But it became, for me, looking at how neocons view the word. Now, I had a reasonable idea. I knew who Richard Pearl is, and I had heard about the American Enterprise Institute, which is basically super right-wing. But here, not only was she there, but everybody in the room was a neocon. And, you know, when they asked her questions all, I thought they'd be more challenging. I kind of overheard in the background the first time. I listened in for about 15 minutes. I was listening to the tail end of her discussion and part of the conversation, and I missed the rest, but this time I saw the whole thing. And, you know, I was thinking, wow, this is kind of cool, just to look at how they ask the questions and how they're perceiving things. Because I imagine to some extent we all identify with particular groups, and, you know, so we all do this to some degree. Anyway, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something more fun. But, so I'm sorry if it bored you. I still think it's interesting, but it was interesting for a different reason. Kind of an ironic reason, in my opinion. But I could be wrong, and if you think so, please let me know. But that's it for now. And now I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. You see, this over here, these are power mids. And you know, one broke, I had it for years, about like a month ago. And so I ordered a new one, you know, and then now the second one failed. What do? They kind of like make all the electronic equipment in your home talk to each other by using these like infrared signals go into them, and then radio waves come out, and then it translates, and whatever. And then it broke. I was going to make this video right here earlier, but then it broke, and I was trying to fix it. And the thing is that the damn power mid, well, it's over there. I didn't plan on talking about this, but I have this here because, like, the power mid that broke is next to the computer, controls the volume on the stereo, because I got a set of speakers in the bedroom, and, like, do you really fucking care? Well, listen, let's stop talking about that. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. It was a kind of intermittent thing, okay? And so that's the worst kind, because you think you can get it to work. You know, I pulled off the lid, started looking at it, look at the electronics, tap on it. Oh, it works great. It works. Doesn't work. And then, you know, you realize that, you know, maybe it's going to be the capacitor. You could replace the capacitor. I can do the soldering and stuff, but maybe it's not. It's not worth it. You just order a new one. So I went to order it, and I lost my password. But they sent it to me, and then it'll come in about, I don't know, a week sooner. It comes really fast from Crutchfields or something. That's where I bought it. It was good. They got a picture of Crutchfield and all that. But anyway, I'm starting work next week. No, tomorrow. Well, that's next week to me. I've been off. That's why you saw those videos. And so I don't know what's going to happen. Because like what I've been doing with those videos and stuff, I've been making educational videos in the morning. And then if I make them, then I can have fun on YouTube. That's how I treat myself. But now it's going to be different because, like, I'm going to have less time, so, you know, I don't know what will happen, but I really enjoy YouTube, and, you know, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But anyway, look, see, all better. Okay, I'm done. Bye-bye.